I kind of feel like when we started in this draft, Dplus gave over so many prio tools, and the lanes looked incredibly strong when you have the Nefiri and the Ahri, but when we finished up here, especially the Nautilus pick doesn't fill me with joy. Just had enough of this.
Yep.
Troll Ward in the Tri-Brush.
Zeus has his flash up and available, but I think he's going to have to use it. Equalizer goes down. Lucid's already used the ulti here, and Zeus in so much trouble. There's a heroic charge. He finds the wall, and just one little tap. And Shiu's able to lock down that kill. Public execution still up and available, but Zeka's going to come down and just shove this wave.
Lucid here in Dplus.
Yeah, really expertly done. So that's going to put them in about the same advantage as they were behind earlier on. But Peanut, as a response, is able to take this dragon. So the Mountain Drake goes over to HLE. That is going to be yet another one. As now Viper could be in trouble, but the W does miss. True Shot Barrage connects onto Viper.
He would have died if that W hit.
Yeah, some good damage. Crash down to layer some CC onto Delight. Mystic Shock lands, and there is the kill for Lucid. This guy is everywhere this game. Viper's back there as well.
Yeah, this is really uncomfortable. Lucid still here.
Oh no, the heroic charge. Not going to be able to get a stun, but Lucid just needs to land one Q, and instead he just autos him to death. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, things are looking dire as well, but Showmaker's going to die in mid. So that's kill going over to Peanut.
There's the TP straight to the mid lane, and the fight will ensue.
Yep, there's the flash to get the heroic charge. Great knock up as well as Peanut goes untargetable. Steadfast presence, the Magnet Storm, everything thrown at this doggo, and he will be taken out. Now DK looking to deny the Void Mites as they want to grab 3 of these grubs.
Yeah, they will be able to do so. And this is big. And Showmaker TP'd to mid. Zeka actually left. And he does not have teleport, actually. Dragon. Shiu doesn't have teleport either.
All right, Zeus going to get discovered here. Lucid now able to move on forward. I don't think Zeus is going to get stunned, but he may get killed, which I think is worse. And there it is, Shiu picking up that kill. Lucid playing towards this Ambessa. She is going to be so scary later and later into this game. It's now moving to a 500 gold lead.
Rumble is now out of action for a little while, and Shiu is going to be faster to this objective.
Oh dear, there's the Flash Magnet Storm as Viper's going to have to flash. Chains of Corruption in response though as the Keeper's Verdict not going to find its mark. And now Delight gets his fangs into this rel. Shiu's going to have to dash away as Lucid in so much trouble, but is at least able to get out.
Yeah, they ended up getting the engage on the Viper, but he has flash, and the follow-up was much faster.
Oh, is it diving time?
It's going to be a turret time at least, and it also should lead to a second dragon here for Hanwha Life. Yeah. Bit of a overextension there, a bit of an overcommitment.
So going to be what's on offer here today.
The lack of teleports for the Soul Landers, as Zeka just gets his back now, is hurting a little bit as Ambessa's just deleting minions going mid now. They're going to fight for this Herald.
Yeah, they don't want to give this up as there's a teleport in from Shiu looking for his angle. Lucid going to be able to lock down the Rift Herald, but now Shiu going to try and hold them in here. Hook going to go wide, but it looks like DK just happy to take their prize and leave. True Shot Barrage would have been 6 points in Australia as Shiu does take some daggers from the dog, but they will just get out of the way of the barbecue and everything will be okay.
Guarantee it. Dplus getting a ton out of this objective win all over the map.
Yeah, Beryl actually is going to drive it on over. As now Lucid looking for an angle, Hex flashing away. So never mind.
And I mean, Zeka does push top in.
When to commit for fights and making sure that they have sort of unfair advantages when they do so, feeling the pressure from DK. We know that the gold lead is not really anything to worry about, but a lot of these item spikes that are starting to come in for DK have been scary, as now Lucid will be able to get his smite down on this Gromp. Peanut taking a bit of damage as Delight moves over, and there's a True Shot Barrage actually getting some value. There's the public execution missing though. That could be a big deal as now Zeus gets in amongst it. That is a lot of damage potential as he throws down the ulti. Delight gonna be the first to go down as Zeus has to flash to get out of the way. Chains of Corruption hold him in place for a little while, and DK, your health bars are getting low as in goes Peanut, and Lucid, he's in trouble, picks up his buckler, gets the shield, but Zeus has already taken down the rel. The rest of DK trying to chase after Peanut, but he is looking to try and get out of there. The doggos block the Mystic shots, and aiming cannot catch up and take him down.
Doesn't have TP to flank either.
There's so much on the table here as well, because Ruinous Archon could be really important, especially for HLE, who have 2 of these dragons already locked down.
Showmaker just can't get in.
Yeah, has been started up.
He's going to back and TP. It's so slow, though.
Yep, and you can see Shiu, he's already made it in. Zeka on a ward. It will be clearing that one out as there is the Keeper's Verdict. Gets rid of the Nautilus, and that's the Poppy that locks down the Cloud Drake, sorry. Zeus, public execution going to be used on top of him. The equalizer is avoided entirely. Delight walking his way back in as HLE is standing their ground. Now Peanut looking for an opportunity, but the flash out from Shiu keeps him healthy. A 1-for-1 trade, but DK deny the Dragon.
Rift, he's running real fast.
Oh yeah. As Showmaker is certainly very scary. Keeper's Verdict gets rid of the Nautilus, but Chains of Corruption are going to hold Lucid in place.
I don't know if they'll be able to Otacon off this, but they can certainly start it and force a reaction. Zeus is coming down. He didn't have TP, but he's going to walk his way over. I don't think they can actually do this.
Yeah, I think they were tricking just a little bit, as Lucid is going to be able to sweep out that ward. As now Shiu on a flank angle. It's a beautiful one as well, as Beryl wanting any sort of Magna Storm he can find. Banana Brush certainly working out, but out goes Peanut, and the public execution as they dive on top of Zeka, and he's eliminated in an instant. The Dragon just forgotten here as now Zeus is in trouble. Showmaker chases him down, and he may get a Viper for his troubles as well. He really wants to get on top of him. There's the flash forward. The flash in answer from Viper is there, and now DK can just get themselves their prize. Delight looking for Showmaker as the hail of arrows is going to help take him down. True Shot Barrage, almost a 2-for-1 special there for aiming.
I mean, right out of the fight, and that's a big problem. And then the follow-up engage is beautiful from Shiu, and Barrel ended up winning this one in a big way. Showmaker trading his flash for Viper's flash. Gosh, and his Canyon fell off a little bit. He's been always in top 3, of course, for a majority of that time. As Zeka gets the charm.
That charm is going to connect. Very nicely done as Showmaker throws down the Emperor's Divide just to get himself out of here, but Peanut will always follow. Showmaker goes golden, avoids the Orb of Deception, but he's still going to be deceived. Peanut goes untargetable, so they do get that off cooldown as Shiu still biding his time,
Level
waiting
18.
for his opportunity. And Lucid gonna get knocked up. They want to burst down this Baron as the Equalizer not exactly doing as much as it could. Delight goes in, but aiming goes out. And Zeus' time is just being eaten as Peanut will be able to execute Beryl. Zeka's in trouble though as Shiu chases him down. This is an absolute disaster across the Rift as the True Shot Barrage tries to snipe Zeka, and Peanut is looking to exit. The Baron is now forgotten. The Emperor's Divide does nothing.
So it was not the ideal setup for Lucid's Keeper's Verdict. It pushed Delight away, and then the fight was split in 2. And aiming, at this point in time, on 3 items, is happy to go to Baron. They have so much wave clear. They have so much power in this comp.
Aiming is heading towards some more Gold King territory, Wolf.
Yeah, he's getting large again.
He really is. Currently 40 CS in advantage, or about that, and he's also 5-0 and 2. The Ezreal hasn't been the main character at all, but I swear he's probably got the most gold. As now Zeus could be in trouble. Empress Divide going to pull him back, and even though the public execution doesn't go down, the public didn't need to watch that, as there's another beautiful Magnet Storm being utilized by Beryl, aiming, standing his ground, will take down Delight here. As now Zeka just slammed into the wall and will be taken out. Oh, never mind, able to get over the wall, but still aiming despite being hit by the Q is still going to fall as Beryl just chasing Peanut out of there, and it just feels like this is done and dusted. Peanut piled in on by all of Dplus, and he's now just looking to get away, and Showmaker is not going to allow that. He's in fact flashing over piercing arrows because he may as well. Base going to get broken open. Shiu's doing the same thing on the top side, as Showmaker's also just going to use his Zhonya's to avoid that one. How many more options does he have to get out of the way of piercing arrows? That's the real question. The answer is it does not matter, because the Nexus will go boom, and Dplus 1-0 in the series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.